Obsidian Entertainment is creating a semi-open world fantasy RPG based off of their hit series, Pillars of Eternity. It will take us through a surprisingly beautiful, varied landscape of biomes and offer a companion-driven single-player action-adventure RPG. Many fans have likened Avowed to be a spiritual successor to Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and the expectations from this talented studio, now with Xbox, begs the question, is Avowed worth the hype? And will it deliver this generation's Skyrim? This is Colteastwood. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Avowed, and we're going to look at all of the gameplay, a full gameplay montage of everything you can do in the game and what's available when we get our hands on in the fall. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content. And let's talk about Avowed, coming to Xbox this year. Avowed is a spin-off of Pillars of Eternity with some returning characters, and it takes place in the world of Eora, plagued by the Dream Scourge, a crystalline dark magic that is simultaneously feared and worshipped by the inhabitants of Eora. Avowed takes place in the Living Lands that boasts a diverse array of locations ranging from vibrant lush forests to arid rocky deserts and large caves and valleys. Players assume control of an envoy from the Adar Empire who is assigned to the Living Lands to investigate a mysterious plague. The Emperor of Adar sends you out to save the Living Lands from the Dream Scourge by investigating the source of the plague, by encountering good and evil leaders of the lands, and questing among several biomes accented with bioluminescent flora, beasts, and undead and man-eating plant life. The very biomes are alive with a dynamic day and night cycle that brings out different enemies as you explore its big, semi-open world. Avowed is an action role-playing game, and you play as a godlike with access to endless powers that can be played in both first-person and third-person. Obsidian overhauled the combat to be more impactful, and some of the combat you'll see here is before the improvements, when enemies seem to react later not much at all. In addition to the improvements to combat impact and feedback, the team fully built a third-person playable mode for the entire game. That includes full animations that they have yet to show off so far. What you'll see here is all of the combat they have shown since Avowed was revealed. Combat is one of the most impressive points of Avowed, as it provides a near endless combination of options and creativity. Players can use magic, melee weapons, and firearms to defeat enemies. The game features a variety of spells, allowing players to perform feats such as freezing enemies in place with ice or ensnaring them with an entangle spell. And spells can be used in conjunction with other weapons to create combos, using a sword to crush through a frozen enemy, or players can quickly switch between multiple setups, using dual pistols, dual wands, two-handed axes, or any combination of those on the D-pad, and using two loadouts. Some of the combat variety and combos that we know of so far are dual-wielding mix and match of shield bash, sword and shield, charge sword, elemental swords, fire staff, AoE, shock barrage, freeze, tanglefoot, flintlock, one- and two-handed pistols, pull or into the fray, and charged bow and arrow, flame, singularity, dual wands, heavy battle axe, area of effect cursed, all magic combos, and companion-based combos. The game features several skill trees which also allow players to unlock more powerful abilities as they progress in the game. Weapons can be individually upgraded. While Avowed is not a full open-world game, the game features several large open zones for players to explore and find upgrades for their weapons. Romancing companions will not be a feature in Avowed, and I know millions will be disappointed when they meet.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
As players explore the world, they will interact with other non-playable characters, similar to Obsidian's previous game, The Outer Worlds, and the game features dialogue options which reflect the tone the player wants to convey or choices that they've made with their skill tree or their perks based on their class. Some NPCs will join the player's party and become their companions, each of whom has their own personality and combat skills. Players can explore the game's world in linear or non-linear paths with side quests to pick up along the way. As the narrative, you'll push through more unlockable biomes in the Living Lands, and you can experience all of this alone or with two NPC companions at a time. Companions will help by kiting aggression, healing your party, or even helping with elemental powers to explore areas to find upgrades. This they haven't shown yet, and you can execute abilities as they unlock to get your companions to do power combinations as you level them up. Dialogue choices based on class, background, and perks make playthroughs unique and allow for multiple playthroughs with different classes and allow you to shape your character the way you want, or complete quests the way you like, either with charm, intimidation, sorcery expertise, or just flexing those godlike skills. But what about your character? You are a godlike that has a mysterious connection to god lineage, and part of your quest is to find which god you're connected to. And you'll see your custom character during conversations with NPCs, and here you can see that you'll have a lichen growth on your face or your head to show that you are special in the world of Eora. And if you don't want the lichen growth, you can reduce or change and customize the way that will look to show that you're a godlike. Your party camp is a narrative crafting and upgrade center, a hub to meet with your companions and get access to your stash. The camp is meant to be more of a hangout, and it is much like Red Dead Redemption 2's camp. Here you'll combine, consolidate, and upgrade crafting materials and level up your gear so you get more damage output and protection, or make casting spells that are more powerful as you strike out to fight higher tiered or leveled enemies. Obsidian has shown almost 30 minutes of full gameplay across trailers, the Xbox Direct, and interviews with breakdowns and walkthroughs. The organic feel of the world has not been explained and has not been fully shown with exploration and how combat and pacing works. But knowing what Obsidian has done with the spectacular Outer Worlds and their pedigree with the Pillars of Eternity, it looks like there is a lot to look forward to with the not-so-serious Avowed when it comes to fantasy RPGs. The charm of the characters, whimsical tone, and unassuming graphic quality with surprisingly beautiful vistas makes Avowed definitely a game worth looking forward to this fall. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. For some reason, I'm unnaturally excited about Avowed more than anything, and I typically seem to gravitate towards more whimsical, fun games like this with a sort of serious tone, but I really like the art style and the punch of the first-person combat, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what third-person combat looks like. Now, I gotta get that disclaimer out of the way that I do have my reservations about Avowed. There are some games that look really cool, and then they don't deliver. I'm wondering if Avowed is going to be that type of game I really like. But when I saw Grounded, I didn't think that game would be very good either, and it ended up being my favorite game of 2022. So I can be cautiously optimistic about what Avowed's going to be, and I think we'll probably get hands-on, or there'll be some sort of preview for the game very soon, and I think that release date will be sometime in November, if not earlier. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content. If you want to further support the work we do here on the Colteastwood channel, you can do that by hitting the join button below, or you can join the Patreon. Both of those are linked in the description. You can check those out. There's multiple tiers there for you to check out and support the show however you want, but those get you entered into monthly merch giveaways and also get you early access for videos like this that my channel members and Patreon saw this video about 12 hours ago and were able to comment in there first before everyone else. So that's pretty cool. But check out the XC podcast. Meg and I will be on there every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be talking more about Avowed and the other games coming this year and the news as it comes up. So check that out if you want to hear more long-form discussion. But I want to know what you think about Avowed. Are you going to play in first person or a third person or a mix? And what's your favorite magic spell? I really like the fire one, like just holding fire flames out on burning enemies. I don't know, that just looks really good to me. I don't know, I'm just excited about Avowed. I hope it lives up to the hype. I hope I love it. I hope it's a great game. We'll see what it is. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And while you do that, please remember, be nice.